Well, bright blessings, my sisters and brothers, witches, Wiccans, and Pagans. I'm very happy to tell you that I have now the honor of a webcam. As you can see, I have a webcam, and I've taken time learning how to use it. I am delighted to be able to come together with you. I plan on sharing with you, with great joy, my green Celtic Wiccan path. Now this path is a magical path to enlightenment. There's nothing superficial about it. It's deeply metaphysical, deeply mystical, deeply magical, and there's certain daily practices such as deep meditation, learning to focus and concentrate, having a pure heart, a heart that wishes no ill will upon anyone or any being. It is important that one abides by, in my craft, in the green Celtic Wiccan path, that you do abide by the Wiccan rede, harm none, and ye harm none, do what ye will. That includes all beings, the earth, the elementals, the nature, the trees, the beloved creatures who are our kindred. Now, what I'm intending to do is to help anyone who wants to flourish forth in developing their mystical nature, then in their innate spiritual inherent qualities that all of us have, but are deeply buried under so many other distractions, that are buried beneath our fructifying karmas. And the path that I have to offer is one of actually opening up your inner gifts, opening up the flowering of your spirit. We are all immortal spiritual beings. There's no such thing as any being dying. This body is a vehicle for our spirit. Our spirit is speaking through our mouth, seeing through our eyes, walking through our feet. Its presence within us causes our heart to beat. Our spirit is immortal. It's infinite. And we can learn how to bypass our self-imposed limitations and commune with spirit in a way that we really bypass space and time. The magicians and the witches and the seers and the sages of the old times, knew this. We're living in a very dense, distracted time full of all kinds of unsavory things. But what I want to say is that we need to flourish and open up our intuitive gifts, our spiritual gifts, deep communion with our gods and our goddesses. They are real. Anyone that doubts the gods and the goddesses, I guess thinks that the human species is the top rung of the ladder in the order of all worlds and manifestations. There are many realms. There are many realms. Even with Angaya, there's the Fae, the nature spirits, the elementals. There's many beings seen and unseen. There's the spiritual planes. There's spirits everywhere, and everything is filled with spirit. There's really no such thing as anything being physical. We experience a dense vibration, and we call it physical. And actually, if you were to go into the core of every vibration, you'll find it's infinite, and it's full of magic. It's mystical. And what we need to do is learn. See, Wicca, we know, is not a superficial, trite thing. It's an ancient path. Well, it has roots in ancient path. I am not associated with Gardnerian Wicca at all. So, Wicca is a very ancient path. in its roots. Take off the Gardnerian, go back to the time when there were witches, and Wicca is a convenient term to use. What I'm going to be doing is teaching the green Celtic Wiccan path, the deep metaphysics of it, the metaphysical nature of it, opening up your intuitive gifts, your magical self, beingness, your mystical self. We have to be mystical, magical, and deeply metaphysical. And to do that, one has to have an absolutely pure heart. You have to access the vibrations, the actual source vibrations that manifest all planes and all realms. And we have to become intimate with our goddesses and our gods. The human species is a tiny little faction, and we have to remember that. We are a tiny faction amongst many orders of beings, far more evolved than most humans are, by all means. So I'm looking forward to sharing with you. I'll be talking with you again, and many blessings to you all. Blessed be, my kindred ones, blessed be.